Well, hello everybody. What's up? I'm Jay with Guilty of Crime and we're back. Good to see you guys. Come on in. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership if you can. Send me cases at gmail.com if you have something to send over, or you can email me guilty of crime by the letter J at gmail.com. So let's let everybody roll in for a minute. Hopefully, this doesn't freeze up. Come on in, guys. Today and every day, every episode we've ever covered of Sebastian, we are Team Sebastian. All right. We're always Team Madeline Soto, Team Sebastian, and Team whatever and whoever the victim may be, whether it's the parent of a child when they're not involved, or it's parents that had nothing to do with it and they got caught in the mix and they get death threats, etc. Not okay. Anybody that's a victim, we are on that team. So I've been covering the Sebastian Rogers case since a little bit after he went missing. He went missing the same day as Madeline Soto. However, he was never found. Sebastian Rogers is still missing. 622 days since he vanished from his Hendersonville home on February 25th, 2024. All right, so come on in, guys. We're going to talk about, I'm going to give you all the updates that I have. We're going to look at the FBI, the new FBI poster, which you can see right there, which now reveal new images of Sebastian from the night that he went missing. Now, people think or may have thought back when that he might not have made it home because there's a possibility we didn't see him making it home, but now we know otherwise. And that's what we're going to get into. I'm going to show a clip of poor Seth. Now, whether you think of whatever, Seth Rogers lost his son and has never been named a suspect. So I will not name him as anything other than Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, and say he's out there looking for his son. He was out there doing the work by himself. And I have no idea why people were dressing up as him, making fun of him. I don't know what went off the rails with this case, but it went off the rails, guys. And Sebastian Rogers is still missing. And we have people fighting over here. And that's what brought this audio to my attention, because there was a huge fight over on another side of the Sebastian case. Huge fight. And I hear Chris Proudfoot pop into a fight on the Krama side. Now, when he popped into a fight on the Krama side just last week, he was talking to the Krama people, and he has a relationship with those creators. Now, when he stepped in and put the axe down, what are you guys doing? This should have never made it to the public. He scolded them a little, but I didn't hear what a missing father would particularly say, and that brings me to damaging audio leaks in the Sebastian Rogers case reveal an argument with the PI that's searching for their son. Listen, do you want your son found or not? That's the name of today's episode. Do you want your son found or not? Do you want private eyes that aren't charging anything and want to find your son, or do you not? Do you want to slap a private eye in the face, or do you want them to help you find your son? Do you want to charge them for trespassing, or do you want to find your son? I ask you that question today. Clark, thank you so much for the $1.99. Hey, beautiful J mods and chat towards our goal. So if you guys have the means to get a membership, gift a membership, super chat, super sticker, all of that stuff. I also have my Ghost. I highly recommend you go sign up for an account of Ghost. It's free. If you like it, you can upgrade to get the files, etc. Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. You guys know the drill. All right, Clark, good to see you. And Nina Drew knows what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not going to play any of this stuff on my episode because we are looking for Sebastian Rogers still after 622 days of him missing. All right, 622 days of him missing, and it seems like we're not even close. In my opinion, the only one parent begging, pleading for any help in finding this is Seth Rogers. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are here. And again, if anyone wants to say anything. If you guys agree to disagree, certainly agree to disagree, but please, please, please do it nicely, right? And yes, the people that do know about those rumors are very, 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 very disturbing. Had I heard somebody talking about me and my wife like that and my missing child, you best believe the wrath of terror would have rained down hard and not in the way that it happened. So let's get to it. This is poor Sebastian, still hasn't been found. Maddie's already had her day in court, quite a little bit. She still hasn't got justice that she deserves. So let me tell you real quick. What we're talking about today is Sebastian Rogers. I'm going to give you all the updates from the last couple of months up until 2 days ago, up until a day ago when this came out. Guys, listen. Chris and Katie Proudfoot flip out on a private eye on day 50 of searching for Sebastian Rogers. Now, you guys know the search continues. February 25th, 2024, Sebastian went missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee, from his home. Now, we say Chris and Katie, mostly Katie, have the key because she was the last person to be seen with him. Okay. Sebastian Wayne Drake was 15 years old, would be 16 now if he's alive, with autism, who disappeared on the day Maddie did, February 25th, 2024. Now, despite the extensive search efforts you guys have seen by local authorities, volunteers, federal investigators, private eyes, no confirmed sightings or leads have emerged in the last 622 days. But Chris Proudfoot's main concern seems to be with a PR crisis, and he's absolutely raging at a PI named Chloe for opening her effing mouth. Now, Chris is furious that Chloe insinuated on a show that she had private dirt on his wife and Katie's family, which he claims was the catalyst for the effing shitstorm of web sleuths leaking the exact information and worse that came out last week. Now, the Proudfoot's entire tirade is spent threatening this PI, Chloe, and demanding she find a way to stop it, blaming her for starting a fire by being a sloppy amateur sleuth. All right. And then we've got a former sheriff that has disturbing accounts about the case that also raises concerns about the investigation and the integrity of this case and the missed opportunities, guys. So, I mean, it just gets heavy, heavy, and more heavy. And it doesn't matter how often or how far in between I cover this case, it gets more disgusting by the day. It's disgusting, number one, because Sebastian's still missing. Number two, the parents are still fighting. And number three, this whole damn community is fighting over team green, team what? I don't even know the colors. We're on Team Sebastian. Sabrina, thank you for being a member for 16 months. Absolutely right. We are Team Sebastian. All right. Good to see y'all. Hello, Guilty of Crime. Good to see Foxy and Tiff. I don't think anyone else, any of the other mods are here today. Also, there's also Heather, the PI. I have one from Chloe and Heather. So this particular one, Nina, if you're talking about the one from yesterday, I've got two of them. The one from yesterday, I believe, is Heather, and the other one that I have is from Chloe. We have two of them. I'm probably only going to get to one today. So thank you for saying that. I have an agenda that I haven't put out there quite yet. So Nina, when we start this, you could let me know if it's Chloe or Heather. There are two really important ones. One that talks about slapping a hoe, and another one that talks about get off my property before I get you arrested. Veins about to pop out. Just shit going down. All right. So y'all can let me know. Sometimes you are ahead of where I am in the episode and y'all know what I'm thinking. So you can correct me. And sometimes, well, maybe I take too long to get to the thing and you're like, Jay, come on already. Come on, get to it. Get to it. Get to it. Let's go. All right. So what I'll do is I'll start out with a clip of Seth by himself demanding justice for his son. This saddened me. And then I'm going to show you the new update on the FBI search, the videos, and all the things, guys. Buckle up, get ready, grab a drink, get yourself some popcorn, because this may be a crazy wild ride today. trigger freaking warning. I'm telling you. All right. This is a huge trigger warning. And Ann, you don't have to leave any of these channels because we come here to report on what's happening, say our opinion, and move on to the next child that needs to have a voice, or the next family that needs to have an outlet or a platform. So that's how we do over here. We don't get caught up in that mix. I don't get caught up in the mix behind the scenes, and I'm certainly not going to do it on my show. So welcome, Mab. Good to see you. I hope that you win Turtle Island. You got, I think, 1 or 2 more episodes. I'm not sure, but I saw you made it, and thank you. Yeah, get your seatbelt on. Get that seatbelt on, my friends. You're going to need it, and buckle up. And hello, Mama Pearl. Love you. Good to see you. Always good to see my mom. All right. All right, so here we go. This saddened the crap out of me. No matter what y'all think about Seth, this made me sad. When I see a parent that was supposed to have their child literally move in with them the next day and they went missing and they're out there, and you could clearly see his mental health declining. You can see the weight gain, guys. Now, listen, the weight gain or weight loss can be from stress. So I think this is a possibility of him being super stressed out. And yeah, there you go. Now, I don't know if you guys are talking about the new due. There's a new due for completely unrelated case. We just covered Ashley Buzzard. She was in court yesterday. And look at her new hair. Look at that new hairdo she's got, boy. Now I don't know if that was stress that lost her weight or crack. But she looks terrible, guys. Terrible. Don't worry. We'll get back to it. All right, let's listen to Seth. I also tagged him in it in case he wants to stop by and say anything to y'all. He does pop up often in channels that I watch. So let's go.
Never lost hope. My son is missing. He is not dead.
18 months later, and the mystery remains about what happened to this young man, Sebastian Rogers. The now 16-year-old seemingly vanished from his Hendersonville home in February of 2024. Patsy Montesino spoke with Sebastian's father, who is keeping the faith his son is still alive.
I want answers. Where's my son?
This father's love keeps his efforts to find his son going. Sebastian Rogers went missing in February of 2024.
I've got a lot of memories.
And don't worry, guys. This was 2 months ago when he was pushing to find his son out there with the loudspeaker, and nobody was out there helping him. People were dressing up and making themselves look like a fat slob and making fun of this man. All right. And Trisha, I don't either. I don't believe that Sebastian has been with us for many, many months. And I dare to say days after he went disappearing, or even that night. All right. And don't worry, guys. I'm getting to the meat of this. I got a lot. You know what we do on Guilty of Crime? We might make you take a quiz at the end of the show. So pay attention. All right. Pay attention.
Of my son. But I'm not done making memories, and that's the point.
During the first few weeks, there were massive search efforts looking for the autistic teen. But as time passed, they stopped. Now his dad, Seth Rogers, feels frustrated with law enforcement. He says they're not doing enough.
Nobody's been arrested, and my son hasn't been found.
That's why he's standing outside the Sumner County Sheriff's Office.
So I can look at that window.
And thank you so much, Mary Beth, for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. We are not nasty like that on this channel. Now, we're going to get real nasty when we hear people insulting others that try to help, or if someone comes on and starts insulting him and he's in chat. I will always stick up for the underdog. But this man, in my opinion, no matter what you think about him behind the scenes, is still looking for his son. You just heard that.
So I can see them if they come out.
Joined by other supporters.
I am part of Team Sebastian. I just want answers. The community deserves to have answers.
demanding another agency like the FBI get involved.
A lot of
I reached
people.
out to the Sumner County Sheriff with these concerns. In a statement, he said this is an active investigation. He says they continue to follow leads and coordinate with the FBI and TBI. He asked,
This is like, hey, just get out of here, get off of our back, be quiet. We're doing our best. Stop making noise. Get your megaphone out of here and go shut up. I'm telling you, this has been bad. This case couldn't get much worse.
asked you to share the official Amber Alert poster and call them with any information as quickly as you can.
I know.
I think about Sebastian every single day, and it has gone on for way too long now. When we reached the 1-year anniversary, I couldn't believe it. And the fact that we're almost 2 years into it is so sad.
Those outside the office hope that by showing up,
And this was just a few people. The news always makes it look bigger, but I assure you, people that were local said this was a sad, pathetic turnout. And many people were just making fun of Seth.
they can bring more attention to Sebastian's case and find any information that may lead to him.
I've never lost hope. My son is missing. He is not dead.
Seth says he will stay outside until at least Friday.
I haven't left.
I know. I know.
Don't plan on leaving. I want my son found.
I mean, you see what the news zoomed in on, and then now the news is zoomed out. We've got one person, which is Seth, 2 people, which is some lady wearing a shirt, 3 people, 4 and 5 people with signs, and Seth with a loud speaker. That's it. The other side was purely just making fun of him and causing ruckus. And I can't understand why you would do that with any missing child or any missing child case, especially one that's been missing for 622 days. Why would you divide the community like that? I just don't know. And I will not repeat what happened last week. The rumor that was spread last week was just absolutely, I mean, I won't even repeat it. If you know, you know. If you're in that community and you dabble around on other stations that are on the other team, then you'll know what I'm talking about. It's absolutely disgusting. All right? We're just going to say it had nothing to do with the case, just demeaning.
Reporting in Sumner County.
All right, so Seth's still looking for his son, and all of us are team. Hold on real quick. We're all team Sebastian at this point. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the new FBI flyer, and then we can get into everything else. I just want to make sure we're not just coming on here to spread rumors or talk crap about an audio leak. I really wanted to give you guys the most up-to-date information that you can have, and to let you know he's still out there. Whether he's alive or not, he still needs to be brought home. All right. And Shadow says because the Proudfoots are corrupt and so is SCSO. And that's what I want to talk about too, is the corruption and the fact that they just released new pictures. Why did they just release new pictures from that day now? And why is Sheriff Sonny Weatherford talking about the 2 PIs from the case last year and giving us telling us, actually he's debunking the untruths? And it's really weird the way the information's coming out. I think it's a lot of missteps, you guys. All right, so let's take a look. I love that fact that they did it like this. This was September 4th, 2025. This comes from the FBI.gov page, searching for Sebastian. The reward is still up to $50,000 for information leading to his whereabouts. Now, I do like that they put these pictures up. That makes him look more like his age instead of a baby. All right, and we understand what happened here. February 26th was when Katie went up to wake Sebastian. At the time, to her surprise, he was nowhere to be found. 10 o'clock the night before, she hears, "Son, go to bed," she said. And then that's it. Before 10 p.m., she heard a bang, go to bed, next day, right? Nothing ever happened in between. Nothing happened before, and nothing happened after. We're missing lots of components to this case. But in the midst of this, after telling him to go to bed, She does nothing. She heard nothing. She saw nothing. She smelled nothing. She ate nothing. And she did nothing. But the next step was she called her husband, who was out of town in Southwest Tennessee, and the two of them spoke for nearly 2 hours before going to sleep. That's it. Next morning, beginning of the day, would become a massive search. And then what do you know? Katie calls her husband again and tells him, I can't find Sebastian. He's not in his room or anywhere. So she gets in her car and drives around the neighborhood. And she goes to Sebastian's school, which is less than a mile away from her house, while searching for Sebastian before returning home. All right. Now, during this time, her husband called the local emergency. She didn't call. She didn't want to be on that call, right? They didn't call 911. They didn't even stick around for any of this stuff. Didn't go searching. They didn't do any of that. As a matter of fact, on one of the days, was it his vigil or a birthday celebration? They were out shopping for Harleys. All right. So anyway, we can go on and on and on and on about what happened in the past. But as you guys know, what we see are people and parents that don't seem to care as much as others do. All right. I have never, Joanne, I have never seen such repulsive behavior around a missing child myself. I can't imagine why. Shadow says she drove with her windows up. She wasn't yelling out of her windows for him. Well, you wouldn't be looking for someone if you already knew where they were. Now, would you? I didn't think so. All right. I want to share the new immediate release pictures that Hindsight 2020 put up. And then we're going to do Matt Thibodeau thing from a few days ago. We also have, which I never have ever talked about on my channel. I did not know that law enforcement did a search warrant on the Proudfoot home in 2025. Did you guys know? Did you know that there was a search warrant done on the house that the Proudfoots moved out of after their son went missing? Well, neither did I. Now, these are for immediate release. 2 days ago, new Sebastian Rogers poster adds photos from the night he vanished. Did any of you know that? These two pictures right here, one in the middle and one on the right, is Katie and Sebastian. You can see it's up to closer to the date or the day right here. He's slimmed up a bit taller. They just added two pictures. $500,000 reward. I think the other one said 50. I think it was wrong. Now, you guys can correct if that's incorrect. Now, At Night is the one that released the audio yesterday. All right. This was from At Night for immediate release. New Sebastian photos added to the poster from the night he vanished. New images show Sebastian's hours before he disappeared. 500,000 reward remains in effect, Hendersonville, Tennessee. All right. The newly added images were taken on the evening of February 25th, 2024, during a brief stop at a local bowling alley with Katie. This was shortly before they went to dinner at the Texas Roadhouse in Hendersonville. Now, volunteers hope that this additional time-specific photo will help you guys and me better recognize Sebastian on the night he was last seen, because we had never seen those before. The total reward information is $500,000, can be tipped anonymously. All right. And you guys know 1-800-CALL-FBI or tips.fbi.gov, whatever you guys want to do. Most wanted, man. I'm sure if any of you guys knew anything about Sebastian, y'all would call, right? Your brain can't comprehend any of this. Well, we'll buckle up, because we haven't even started yet, my friend. We barely just got started. Now let me show you about this, and then we'll get into the leaked call, because I don't want to keep the people that don't want to be on here the whole time. I don't want to hold y'all hostage, but I do appreciate the support to get to keep the channel going. So Lori Minor, thank you for the Guilty of Crime membership. If you receive that membership, please thank Foxy and Lori for the Guilty of Crime membership. Now listen, Matt Thibodeau put out there, was this 4 days ago, Sheriff Sonny Weatherford spoke to two private eyes. I identified Chloe and Heather earlier, all right, about Sebastian's case. Now, before he passed in August of 2024, Sonny Weatherford confirmed that every camera angle in the neighborhood, every camera in the neighborhood was checked. And while they have footage of him returning home from dinner, with his mom, they have nothing showing Sebastian leave. ... Ever, in all caps. He also said that thermal imaging was done in the residence to see if Sebastian had gotten stuck in a wall, but nothing indicated that he was still in the home when law enforcement responded to the home. Now, after getting the call that reported him missing, I will never believe that he was able to leave on his own 2 feet, but not to be picked up on any camera. Now, you guys got to understand that. They saw Sebastian at the roadhouse. They saw him at the bowling alley. They saw him make it home, but he never left that house. All right. So if you think that someone has him, that means he's still alive. I don't think he ever left that house on foot. I think he was carried out of that house. I think maybe he was rolled in a rug out of that house. I think maybe he was tarped out of that house. But that young man right there, in my opinion, did not leave that house alive. Again, you could agree to disagree with me. That's where I am in this case. All right, now I want you to this was from I'll do the 4 days ago just so you could see Sheriff Sonny Weatherford talks about the footage. It's real important for you guys to hear this, and then we'll listen to the leaked footage. I don't want to just come here with some drama. I want to give you guys the real deal updates on what's happening. If we're going to update this case, we should do it right. All right. So let's do this right. Actually, I want to do the search warrant too, but I'll do that after. All right. Now listen, this is the sheriff one, and this is with Matt Thibodeau. This is the article I read, and it's talking about the interviews with the private eyes. And then we're going to listen to the first interview of the private eye where they got into a huge fight. I have the second one. I don't know if we're going to get to that today. In the second one, Chris says he's going to slap a hoe. All right. So we got one called Slap a Hoe and one called Do You Want Your Son to Be Found or Not? Come on, make up your mind.
Talking with 2 of Seth Rogers' PIs last year about Sebastian's case prior to his passing in August of 2024. He basically says that they've collected footage from every single camera in that neighborhood from the night that Sebastian Rogers disappeared, and they have clear footage of him arriving home with his mother, Katie, after returning from the Texas Roadhouse from dinner. They have footage of him going to take the trash out, going back inside the residence, but they'd have nothing of him leaving the residence again that night. He said that when they first got the call that Sebastian was missing and they responded to the home, they did thermal imaging on the walls to see if maybe he had gotten stuck in the walls, and nothing indicated that he was still in the house when they responded to the home. If Sebastian never walked out of his residence between February 25th and February 26th, 2024, then Katie leaving the residence the morning that he disappeared to go look for him is crucial in this case. Where did she go? What did she do? And was Sebastian in her vehicle when she...
Okay, so this is very important to ask these questions that were just asked days ago and days before this audio came out. You guys, I gotta stress this to you. I can't stress this to you enough. When a child is in care of a parent or of parents or one parent and they go missing, vanish, they were seen going in the house, they never come out, never seen again, parents move away, don't show up for anything, and don't want people to find their child, something's wrong. All right? I don't know how else to say this.
He left.
We have done a 5-mile grid around the house, and we've done all that. And we actually have where every person took a footstep to know we covered every block.
Right, you did the grid
Right.
search. Okay.
And then what we had them download an app that actually showed us where they were stepping.
Sartopo.
Yeah. So we knew exactly where they went.
Okay.
And so we've done that, we did it for a whole week. And then we've gone back and we did it another 2 days, 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And so we drained ponds.
I know you guys did
All right, so
that.
you guys just understand he's talking to the PI about what he's done. And he's talking about draining ponds, looking, never seeing Sebastian. I just wanted you to hear this, and then we'll do the leaked footage. I don't know if y'all have ever heard this on my channel. We don't cover Sebastian too often, so I thought I'd capture everything from 2 months to 4 days to yesterday ago.
We had divers in ponds.
Yeah.
We've got, as far as I know, all the footage of every camera that's on either street.
Mm-hmm.
And
And just nothing.
that's nothing. We see him go into the house,
Mm-hmm.
but we never see him come out of the house.
It's so strange.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Now, did you hear that? He literally just said we seen him go in the house, but we never seen him come out of the house. That's a big deal. That is a big deal, guys.
But, you know, we have footage where they were in Hendersonville eating, and they left there and went to their house.
Right.
We saw them go in the house, and then 6:20 maybe, he comes out and takes the trash to the end of the road, at the end of the driveway. And we see him go back in the house, turn on some lights in his bedroom. That's it.
That was from a neighboring camera, I'm assuming.
We,
It's from a neighboring camera that you can see all that, yeah.
But like I said, when she called us, we had people go to the house, search the house. We even got thermal imaging.
This is telling you everything he did. They got the thermal imaging, what we talked about. They saw him taking the trash. They saw him in the roadhouse deal, and they saw him come home. Now, they could absolutely have taken from the restaurant, but they already said he wasn't taken from the restaurant and that he made it all the way home. Now, whatever they did, I still think that Katie has the key to that. And we don't have to listen to all this because it's just talking about this is what we've done. Right? And every one of them tells us what you've done, what they've debunked, the searches they've done. They had TWRA walk both sides of the bank. They checked the ponds. They did it towards the White House, they said. They checked with sex offenders in the area with 4 aggravated assaults, I guess, or more. I mean, they're doing what they do. They got there, drove up here and got him. This is what they were doing while they were searching, all right? And then he said the morning around the 26th at 5:30 in the morning. And press play for a minute.
5:30 in the morning, Kathy Bowersox was parked right beyond the Shell on New Hope. He said he had called it into Sumner County, but he hadn't heard anything back. And I believe Sebastian's dad called it in again. I'm sure footage has been pulled from the Shell right there. I don't know what other cameras would be right there. It looks like maybe there's like a storage unit kind of thing right beyond that Shell, Worsham's Market, you know. And the only
So I'm not sure if you just walked in, Shadow, but that whole last segment for the last 10 minutes just talked about the proof that they had of him making it home. That whole segment that we're listening to right now by Sheriff Sonny Weatherford says they have footage that shows Sebastian returning home and making it into the house, but never leaving the house again. So I always try to say this in the right ways. I'm not sure what I missed here, but this whole segment that we're talking about shows proof of Sebastian making it home, but never leaving alive. All right. So yes, they do have proof. Yes, they do have proof. And the 3-hour call, that's the time of the drive to get home and clean up a mess, in my opinion.
only reason I really believe there is validity, number one, I didn't feel like the man was lying to me, but also it was anonymously posted from someone, I think it was someone else because they described it a little bit differently.
You're talking about the mothers?
The Christopher's mother,
Okay.
Kathy Bowersox, apparently has a decently recognizable SUV, probably because she's a real estate agent, that she was parked beyond Worsham's on the side of the road at 5:30 in the morning on February 26th. So about an hour before Sebastian was reported missing. I don't know. That's a little odd. To
And
me,
people are trying to say that Kathy Bowersox was parked there an hour before and maybe she took him. There's all kinds of theories. The bottom line is he made it home. That new FBI poster that I just showed you added the 2 new photos of him being seen the last day. And the sheriff literally just said, we checked every camera. We now know that Sebastian Rogers made it home. They even did thermal imaging to make sure that they didn't hide Sebastian in a wall. That's how far they went, a wall, and he wasn't there. All right, let's keep going. So many things, guys.
and I just wanted to make sure y'all did have that tip.
I can tell you, I don't know all the.
Maybe, well, I guess maybe hopefully Carter has that tip.
I mean, I could say everything goes to him.
Right.
Is he available?
He's not here today.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have an interview with him for a promotion.
Oh,
We got sent to another county on a case.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
All right.
All I can do, because TBI, and so we really can't release more than what I've told you right now.
Yeah, and that's
You can't
okay.
release the missing persons report.
Now, listen, we're going to hear these PIs again because the PIs are trying to help look for Sebastian. And this Sheriff Sonny Weatherford is talking to the PIs about what they've done thus far. Now, the name of this clip that we're playing says footage shows Sebastian returning home, but never leaving. All right. And that's what the sheriff's talking about right now with the PIs.
Like the initial report, not the police report, but just the...
Yeah, see, Craddock, I need to get that report for the Q Center. And Craddock called me and said, y'all can't release it. And I'm like...
Because it's an open case.
Yeah, but I mean, the nonprofit organizations that do the searches, they get copies.
They work open cases,
That's how they do it. And so,
Just
I'm not really sure why
odd.
we can't get that for them.
When they told me you was here, I said, told them to go find him.
Yeah.
Because I knew he had talked with you.
Right.
But he's at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's doing interviews also.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And so I had the last interview for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got through, they had left. Okay. I said, how y'all going to do me? But anyway.
They left you to deal with me on your...
Yeah, to deal with this. Yeah.
So, I mean, you can see the sheriffs being cordial, talking to him, trying to fill him in. Everybody wants Sebastian to be found. Except, well, Chris and Katie Proudfoot, guys. Except Chris and Katie Proudfoot don't want him to be found. And I'm going to show you that in the next clip. What the heck was... I don't understand. I don't understand this case, and I don't understand how there's two sides of this case that would absolutely say the complete opposite of what we're saying here today in chat and what I'm saying.
Pesky PI.
Yeah.
All right. So, I don't know. We
As
won't...
soon as he gets back, I'll talk with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
We're not asking for a file. We're not asking for even, just the missing persons report.
Yeah, and I don't, again, I don't need you to tell me what you're doing or what you know. I just want an open line of communication so that I can share with you what I'm finding out.
Okay. So I would recommend that you either talk with Brandon Carter. And I hate to say it, but the longer this goes, the more I feel like it's not going to be good for the family.
No.
I hope he comes back safe. I really do.
Of course, yeah.
But I don't,
I know.
it's not looking that way the more we go.
Yeah, I
The
know.
longer time span.
Have you talked to the sex offenders and gotten alibis and all that?
I can't.
Yeah, you don't know. Okay, I'm sorry.
And see, that's where the private eyes are going to leave off on. They're going to go around the neighborhood, talk to the sex offenders in the area, knock on the doors, talk to the family, work with the family, meaning Katie and Chris. And that's our next clip. All right. What's up, Anna Fleming from St. Cloud and Under Your Scars? You guys do me a favor. There's 231 people in here. If you like the way that I present true crime in the cases, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's very free to do. If you have the means to get gift or give a membership, please do. All right. Gopher says, Chris, Katie, and Kathy, I don't trust at all three suspects in my opinion. All right. Now let's get to this. I don't want to hold y'all hostage. This is Chris and Katie Proudfoot flipping out on a PI on day 50 of the search. Now, you just heard the private eyes right now talking to the sheriff, trying to find out what he knows so they can take the information and help find Sebastian. Now, listen what happens here, all right? This is up to you to decide what you think about this. Do you want your child to be found or not? You guys tell me. All right. I know I'd want my child to be found. I know I wouldn't talk to a PI like this or talk about slapping a hoe.
Can I tell her who's... Yeah, my name's Heather. I came by yesterday. Hi, Katie. What can I do for you?
All right. So this is Heather. All right. This is what came out yesterday. So if you're still here, you corrected me earlier about Heather. This is Heather. There's Heather and there's the other interview that I talked about earlier where it was Chris Proudfoot talking to Chloe. And that's the one where he said, I'll slap a hoe. That's not this one. This is Heather. The next one, I don't know if we'll get to. That's the one he talks about, shut your effing mouth. Now, this one, they're threatening. She's going to Katie's house to look for Sebastian and ask questions, and they're effing pissed. Are you wanting to find your child or not? All right, hit that like button, y'all. Support the channel.
Are you the woman that trespassed my property yesterday? I actually didn't. I walked down your neighbor's property and then down the easement and then up the other side. That's not an easement. I own that. That's my property. Well,
Oh, that's Katie Proudfoot. There's Chris Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, and the PI Heather. Katie just asked the private eye, "Are you the one that's been going on my property and trespassing?" All right, she's helping to look for Sebastian, and she's saying that she's trespassing, and now they're going to get into a pretty awful fight, if I do say so myself. All right.
fence says no trespassing. I didn't come on the property. That is my property. The easement, that's a public easement. I own it. It's mine. I own it. I am here to try to clear you. So I don't need you to clear me. So I don't know why you're being defensive with me.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
First, can you identify yourself?
Yeah, I did already. My name's Heather, private investigator.
Well, you're coming to my house. And you're
I am. I'm investigating the disappearance of your stepson. So do you want him found or no? Because if you do, then why would you have a problem with me coming to talk to you?
That was the best. I mean, that's the name of this. Do you want him found or no? Period. Someone comes to me. We just covered a case that's 30 years old, and the private eye's been working on it for 30 years pro bono. Do you want to find your son or not? I don't understand how anybody can seriously think that these parents really want Sebastian to be found. And not just because of this, because everything else that has transpired in this case.
You guys.
Well, real simple, because we're asking you questions and you're telling us that you can't answer those questions. So why should we answer any?
I absolutely did not trespass. There's no such thing. There's nothing. There is a such thing as a public easement. It's not posted.
I own it. I have signs on.
Okay, your fence has a sign. I didn't cross it.
3 foot inside of the
Okay,
property.
take it up with. If you want to report it to law enforcement, do it. Take it up with them. I am trying to help. Okay, so if you want somebody to help you, that's what I'm doing. So calm down. Talk to me like civil human beings. I'm trying to help find him.
She's literally said, "I'm trying to help." How many times now in a minute and 18 seconds? She's been fighting with them. Talk to me like civil human beings. And by the way, I've listened to Katie Proudfoot so many times, so many interviews, and her voice does not sound the same in this interview at all as the other interviews. In the other interviews, I'm going to take my glasses off and show you what she looks like the whole time. The whole time she's just looking down. Her eyes are closed and she's like, I'm going to let him talk for me. All meek and sad and just looks over at Chris. I mean, come on. Who is this? Why so defensive? When she's looking for your son and not trying to charge you, trying to help.
I've been talking to sex offenders in the area.
Law enforcement has done that.
Okay, and I'm going to do it too because I'm working it too. And I have that right, and the person that hired me has that right. Anybody has that right.
He's also blatantly accusing me of murder when I didn't.
I haven't accused you of shit.
I didn't say you did. I said he did.
Okay, well, I'm trying to decide who is on my radar and who is not. I've talked to sex offenders. That is my focus right now. In my mind, you're not a person of interest, but I'm coming here trying to talk to you.
It's not a good look to trespass either. Like, that's my
what it looks like, ma'am.
It's posted all 4 ways.
I just came from the TBI headquarters in Jackson, Miss.
Honey, I'm going to tell you, as a PI, I have a lot more leeway with things I can do and people I can talk to. And this isn't my first rodeo. I've worked cases like this before. I have gotten information that TBI or law enforcement's not able to get, and I have passed it along, and it has helped the case. I mean, that's all I can tell you.
What have you passed along that's helped this case?
I just started working this case. I haven't even got a chance to talk.
What have you done so far to help us with this case? I mean, okay, trespassing or not, guys, I would never tell someone trying to help me find my son for free. All right, she didn't come and say, "Hey, I want $100,000 and I'll help you." She is actively trying to find chomos that may be part of this case, etc., and they don't want her there. All right, that says one thing to me. That doesn't say trespassing at all. And she's right. If there's an easement and there's an area on the sidewalk, I don't give a shit who owns it. You own it. The neighbor partially owns it. People can walk there, right? And the investigator does get loud. I absolutely agree she gets loud because Chris has a little big man complex and they're both yelling at her. They're saying she's trespassing. She's working with several people that hired her, and we just heard her talking to the sheriff that was filling her in on what he could. This is not just some nosy lady. This is not Bullhorn Betty going out there with her horn trying to get in the mix. This is not. But if you listen the way Chris, if any of you guys know about the nasty rumor from last week, listen, if you know about any of the nasty rumor where Chris called in and he talked to the Krama community, there was no kind of tone like this about the rumor that was on his TV in front of Katie. All right. He was more mad about the thing on the TV that said the rumor about Katie than he was about them trying to find his son. I mean, he's more mad at this lady trying to find his son than he was about this disturbing rumor. All right. Normal parents would be on their knees thanking the PI for helping, not telling them that they're trespassing. Yeah, I mean, I cannot get down with this. I can't. And no way that I could see this in that light that the private eye, either one, has done anything wrong.
To you or Katie yet?
Well, here's the thing. You're not talking to her by herself. Period.
Okay.
You're not going to talk to my
Okay,
wife.
fine. Set up an appointment with me. Do you want to do that? I can come back. I mean, I can respect your time. I'm not trying to do this. Whatever. I mean, I really think everybody just needs to calm down. Emotions are high. People are flinging mud, and it's just getting drama and stupid. And that is a terrible disadvantage to Sebastian.
Right, but let me inform you on something. You're not the one being threatened here.
I think everybody's being threatened. Did you know there was a drive-by shooting last?
People being threatened. Bullshit.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't understand why you guys are coming at me. I didn't do anything to you.
Okay, well, first off, you came to my house the other day.
Yes. Wow.
She's looking for your son. What'd she do to you? Oh, wait, they don't want Sebastian to be found because then there'll be evidence to what happened to him, maybe?
Yesterday.
You walked around my fucking property with a videotape. And
You hear that?
Privately owned property back
It
there.
is fucking posted all sides of that property.
I mean, the easement between houses is not usually.
I own it.
In that fucking subdivision.
I own half, my neighbors own half, period. That's not public. There are no...
I mean, there's no property lines. There's no way to tell what is.
It's marked. I have stakes.
I mean, can you show me? Because I
I can
didn't.
show you all 4 no trespassing signs.
They're on
And
the
if you want,
fence.
you can go on the city and you can look at the property line and you can...
I mean, they're on the.
They're posting pictures of your missing son, Katie, and you want to show her where the no trespassing signs instead of showing her where she can post the pictures and the missing. What do you have against missing posters and pictures of your son being up on your property? I don't get that, guys. If anyone can fill me in on what the problem is here, let me know.
Fence. I wouldn't jump your fence.
I own it. Half of that is mine, half of that is theirs. That's why they turned it in and they turned it into the police.
I'm sorry, what? I think that when there's a no trespassing sign on the fence, that means you don't go into the fence. I'm not going to go into the fence.
Negative. Actually, that's wrong.
Okay, well, I'm not sure how I would know that. All right, well, I'm not really. Yeah, I'm just not really sure how anybody would know that easement is yours.
You stepped out of your car the other day and you walked onto the property. When my neighbor saw you, and my
walked right
neighbor
past
across
your
the
neighbor.
street saw you, turn it around. Where they saw you. Now, got you on camera, walking your ass through my property, right next to my fucking driveway. You walked past 3 fucking signs, woman. 3. Don't tell me you didn't see them. They're on the fucking fence. You just said it on this camera, and I got news for you. Because you've done that, you have violated trespassing.
I was actually trying to stay on the outside of your property. Okay, well, I don't know how I would know that that's not.
Add the detectives into this so that they can see her and find out what she...
I just left the sheriff's department. I've talked to Tim Bailey. I've talked to Sheriff...
That's what I said. She just talked to the sheriff. She talked to Tim Bailey, and she's dropping Sheriff Sonny Weatherford. She's been working with them. It's not some sleuth that's trying to grow her YouTube channel. She's trying to find Sebastian and put posters up and missing signs. What is the problem? I don't understand. They tried to stop people from passing out missing child posters at the Tennessee State Fair too. Well, what's the problem, Chris and Katie? And while we're stopped for a second, hit that like button, guys. This is wild to me. Sebastian's never going to be brought home with these kind of things going on.
I've been talking to all of them. So anyway,
Okay, well, first off,
but why is this the focus instead of finding Sebastian? It's a waste of time right now. We're arguing over a property line, like when there is a missing child.
we're arguing over a fucking safe.
I'm not showing up here to do anything to you except for find your son.
I don't think so.
I'm not a threat to you.
All you had to do was pick up the fucking phone and call us.
That's not how I operate. I talk to people in person. That's what I do.
You're shit at your job.
No, that's not shit at your job. PIs don't call people. They show up at their houses.
Well, I got news for you.
Okay.
I have disclaimers.
Are you going to set up an...
I have many disclaimers, my friend. It says trigger warning in every episode on Guilty of Crime. It's a huge trigger warning. What else do you want me to put, Nina? My episodes are usually pretty triggering. So if you let me know what you want me to put, I tell everybody it's trigger warning on my episodes.
Appointment with me, or do you just want to keep yelling at me? This is really ridiculous. Like, this is the drama that's a disadvantage to Sebastian. He's not going to be found this way.
Answer my question. What the hell are you going to do to help find our son?
I am knocking on doors, talking to sex offenders.
FBI, Secret Service, TBI.
I am communicating with the I just talked to Tim Bailey, asked him if they talked to the sex offender. They have not talked to the sex offender. He said, I'm free to go do so, which is what I'm doing, okay?
Okay, well, first off, when you come on somebody's property, you're supposed to announce yourself because we haven't posted no trespass. It doesn't matter what your fucking job title is. Well, once it's I try to explain to you. There's no property lines in that entire subdivision.
I don't know.
No, nothing. Nothing. So where you were walking yesterday.
And for just 1 second, what's up, Calgal, Spinster, Lolo? I already do, Nina. I think people watch my show every day and don't realize what is all intertwined in my channel. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and I definitely put everything to protect myself, Nina, but I definitely appreciate you. If you watch from the beginning to end, I have all my things up. So thank you. Appreciate you. Much love. Bottom line is, I wouldn't talk to somebody like this. I swear on everything. I wouldn't talk to someone like this. If somebody came on my property to sell my house, if someone came on my property and said, hey, I want to sell you your house, which means they're just trying to trick me and scam me. You can't sell me my house. It's my house. I wouldn't talk to somebody I wouldn't talk to a bum on the street like that, okay? And when I say that, I've gone out to my trash cans before where it's clearly on my property and I got people climbing in my trash cans, taking my stuff, and I don't even talk to them like that. I say, hey, you can have my cans, my guy, and if you need a few dollars to eat, here you go. But please don't come on my property and go through my trash. That's my personal property. I wouldn't talk to a dog or a drunk man or an addict or anybody like that. Just saying. And not somebody that was helping to find my son. So if that puts anything into perspective, I don't know how else to do it. What's up? Thank you, Nina Drew, for the $2.99 super sticker and the goal. Jerry Lynn Williams, good to see you. Sabrina, Mary Beth, and Annette says he's a bully, not talk to a man, that he's also a control freak. Only guilty people behave that way. And I've never heard Katie sound like this ever. She sounds like a different person.
On camera, you're on my property.
But I really wish that you would lighten up a little bit because we are focusing on the wrong thing when we should be focusing on finding Sebastian.
Yes. Do you want me to lighten up? You want me to lighten up?
Yes, sir.
It's real simple.
I will not walk on your property again. I apologize for walking down the easement, what looked like an easement.
You told my neighbor you were hired by the family, and I am the family. So if I didn't hire you...
that tells me right there that you're hired by the Rogers family.
But I am not hired to implicate or accuse you, and...
I'm not asking you to implicate.
I am trying to find him, so I want to talk to you, too.
You'll come find me.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You'll come find me. That's what he's... And yes, Wild Wanderer, I'm talking about when the trash is still on my property and I ain't put it out yet. Or somebody comes through my gate that I say no trespassing. They walk up to my house and they try to sell me my house. All right. And I know they're scamming me, or I'm PG&E. I don't talk to them like that. All right. So what is the problem? All right. We're still listening. And yeah, the weather's been pretty bad. So internet's freezing, etc. Hang in there, guys. And thank y'all for supporting the channel. Hit that like button. We have 270 people, I think.
I'm here trying to find you.
I'm not hard to find.
Okay, when do you want it? Let's set this up. When do you want to meet?
Work.
Whenever. We're at Memphis. I'll be in Jackson tomorrow, so I can meet you. I can I can come all the way to Memphis if that's what you require, or you can meet me somewhere in between.
Well,
Amen.
I would prefer you come see me because I work nights. So 9 to 1 when you guys are up, I'm actually sleeping.
Okay, so, but it's not going to be you and Katie, it's just going to be you?
It would be just me because unless Katie's coming down to see me, well, she can't. We have other things that have to happen at the house. It wouldn't be together. The only time we're going to be together might be Sunday, Monday. That's when we might actually be back together again.
Okay, well,
I'm working.
I mean, I'd rather do it both at the same time. And you already said you don't want me talking to your wife without you present. So
Right.
that would mean,
And guess what? If you guys don't know this case, Chris wasn't allegedly present at the time Sebastian went missing. And Nina, I've been so sad for Sebastian because if Chris talks like this to some random lady that's trying to help, imagine how he spoke to Sebastian that is autistic. He's a teenager. He probably talked back at some point, going through the hormone changes. Can you imagine the abuse that went on in the house? And even with Katie, I think that's why he wants Katie to be in the same room so he can control the narrative. And yes, Sebastian Army, why can't she talk without him when he wasn't there? Doesn't make sense.
And you can ask the cops that. They don't show up and talk to her without somebody telling us both. That's just the way this works. That's safety in numbers. I don't trust. Don't take it the wrong way. I don't know.
well, and I mean, we wouldn't know each other. I mean, we have no reason to know each other prior to this. But
But it's not hard to make a phone call and talk to somebody first. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
That's fine.
However, my history with cases like this is that, you know, especially with you guys are already defensive.
Yes.
Right, I understand that. Not everybody in this world is like that. Not everybody is like that. I'm not. I'll be honest, I'm level-headed, I'm very brash, I'm blunt to the point. I've already told the cops this. I don't give a flying fuck what happens to him or what happens to that fucking family.
Yeah.
They did what they did.
Yeah. I would like, what would be really great in a perfect world would be if I could calm that down a little bit, because right now, but it's not this isn't helping Sebastian. You know,
It didn't help Sebastian when he aired his trauma. It didn't help Sebastian when he accused his mother of murder. It didn't help Sebastian when he made almost $50,000 on my son going missing.
Who did?
Oh my God. I
don't know.
I've never heard this before. This just came out yesterday, and I don't think they knew that they were being recorded at the time, because this is the leaked audio that came out at day 50 with these private eyes trying to help find Sebastian. F this, F that. And then they start comparing and throwing out Seth. That's not going to help find Sebastian, whether you hate Seth or you don't. We're looking for Sebastian, but why is this guy got to come on and be like, I'm aggressive, I'm this? He did that the other day, by the way. The first thing he came on and said to the people that were spreading the rumor was, I'm aggressive and I'm tough, but I'm fair. And then he went on to a little tiny lecture, and then it was all love. I cannot understand this. I cannot. I wish you guys knew what I was talking about, because you would say, Jay, after hearing that and hearing this, these people have something big to hide.
I didn't know about that. I don't know anything about that.
Every single day he goes on. Internet sleuth.
Let me lay this out for you, okay? Dig to the investigation.
I tried to work with him.
We were all in my house. Me, Katie, Seth, and 2 other witnesses and law enforcement. We're in the house.
Yeah.
I brought up, what else can we do to help with this situation?
Right.
Okay. And when I said, hey, do we need to raise money? Do we need to get some investigators? What do we need? Horses, whatever. We'll do whatever.
Yeah.
They said, don't do anything with money, because it makes the family look bad and it could turn ugly. Okay, cool. All of us standing in that living room in my house made an agreement.
Damn.
That said, we were
I know. I know.
Okay. Well, so
hold on.
It's crazy that was just thinking that, Nina Drew. Those creators are all in Tennessee. They're in the same town, and they also were out there searching, and they also made Buddy Buddy, and they also have Chris and Katie Proudfoot as some martyrs on their channel. If you go to their channels, Chris and Katie, you better bow down to Chris and Katie and lick their mother trucking boots. You better not even say Chris cussed at someone or Chris has an attitude, because they'll slap the shit at you and then stalk you the rest of their lives. That's how bad it is. And I cannot understand how it got there or why. Because we're looking for Sebastian. I mean, that's what we're doing here, right? That's the reason I took this case, is because people kept coming to me and saying, Jay, I need you to cover this case. It needs to get more exposure. I started covering this case way before all this stuff happened. I probably never would have covered it if this would have been going on, but I'm already covering. I already have 15, 20 episodes, so I'm not going to stop now, right? Even though it's a bit scary and I know people hate on me for it, I'm not going to stop covering it now.
Oh, wait, doggy. Turn your phone around. Not you. Hers. I want to see her, the face of her phone.
Oh, that she's.
My
you want to see
guy.
the face of my phone?
Yes.
Let me unlock it.
This conversation.
Look at it. He's want to make sure that they're not recording it. Look. He said, I
Don't
want to
take it the wrong way, but I told you, I don't trust people right now. And people are trying to use shit and however they can.
Yeah,
but
dude.
that conversation in that living room was an agreed upon deal not to do anything with a GoFundMe page and collect money.
I see
and
one
benefit off of
comment.
this.
Mm-hmm.
And sure as shit, what happened? The very next fucking day, there's a GoFundMe fucking page that's posted. So I'm sorry.
So I didn't understand how he knew that Sebastian wouldn't be found and would need money when my son hadn't been missing 72 hours, and yet he knew he was going to need money to pay his bills that far in advance. That speaks volumes to me. The fact that he can't be bothered to help look for his son in the beginning. The fact that he literally released my son's sensitive trauma issues and blatantly lied about all of the details surrounding it, including the age of the person who did it to him. The fact that he has turned my son missing into some dramatized bullshit for the internet.
Now remember, this is Katie talking. None of us have ever heard Katie talking like that before on my channel. She's always meek and mild and scared, and she'll only look up once or twice when Chris signals that it's okay to do so. So they didn't know they were being recorded. Like I said, damaging audio leaked in this case. And Claudia Celis, thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. Thank you, Jay, for covering this. We owe Sebastian and Seth. I agree. I tagged Seth in this. I hope Seth comes by and at least knows that we're supporting his son and looking for him. Again, I don't care what Seth does. I don't care what Katie's blaming him for. I don't care if he needs money. I don't care who needs money. Money has nothing to do with this case. The abuse that probably happened to Sebastian got out, and Katie's mad, in my opinion, that it got out. But what do you expect when you abuse your child and then they go missing? What do you think's going to happen? You think it's going to be all flowers and sunshine? What? Let's keep going.
Just so he can profit. And it's sad. It is truly sickening.
They're talking about money.
It's sickening.
Right?
Profit off of this.
I don't need to be on television hanging choirs. I don't need to brag that I have done what I have done to help find my son.
Well, I understand how you guys feel about everything.
So you don't push the information to Detective Carter?
I haven't talked to Carter yet. Carter has not gotten back with me. So I had to. Okay, well that's good to know. But
the reason why they didn't answer.
Yeah.
I know that.
Damn.
But so yeah. But
don't take this the wrong way, but why is a PI going on doing internet sleuth interviews?
Again, this
you
is
know,
Katie.
he contacted me before I was even hired to work the case.
Just,
but yeah,
no
but
offense, I'm just asking.
But no, I mean, I'm not a sleuth. I'm actually a PI.
I didn't call you a sleuth.
Yeah. The sleuth podcast. Yeah. I mean, they asked.
She actually did say it. Why is an internet sleuth? You guys don't even talk to internet sleuths, Chris and Katie. You don't talk to internet sleuths. You talk to trauma channels that bow down to your every movement. Wow, this is the most Katie has ever talked the whole time, and she doesn't have the accent. She's not meek. She's not mild, and she sure as F has a voice to say something now, doesn't she? Any not guilty parent would love to have a PI trying to help them. Go figure.
Asked me for my thoughts on the Sebastian Rogers case, and
So,
who is it?
aware of all of that. And Seth is not doing anything that he hasn't already done to me in the past.
Like, I'm not interested in the drama. I'm not interested in the rumors. I'm going to base my who I think needs to be on the radar based on my interviews, my investigation, not what anybody else says.
Amen.
So I have a question. You conduct your portion, do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
we all know the Rogers family has hired you.
Okay.
It is very evident
Okay.
because we didn't hire.
They announced it publicly. It's not a secret. I know, but we already know.
There is
that
another
because-
PI too, by the way.
I know. There's
Okay.
at least like 3 or 4 of them.
Oh yeah, I will tell you this.
They're
You
like,
can tell all the PIs because I know you all talk.
Yeah, we do.
Because we're sick and tired of being stalked and people
Yeah.
coming on our properties. Because that's not just my property. It's
Yeah.
theirs.
Yeah.
We've
Okay.
worked
You know,
with
we're cool about that. Like,
probably 24 different. I'm the best one. I'm going to crack the case people already. And every last one of them that have talked to us, we have said, you are welcome to come and start from square one. You're not going to find anything that,
Well, I only
250 professionals didn't, but you're welcome to.
that's weird for someone to say that too. Let's go back to Jen Soto when she says, well, we want to look for, that girl, never says her name, but I don't think you're going to find anything because she doesn't know this, doesn't have this, not smart enough to do this, doesn't know an address, doesn't have friends, end of story. That's what she's saying. You're welcome to do it, but you're not going to find anything here. Why so defensive, Katie? Why are you so worried about money, Katie? Why are you so worried about what Seth and you had in a relationship before and what he did to you, Katie? What does that have to do with Sebastian, Katie? Are you telling us you didn't like Sebastian even more because he reminded you of Seth, Katie? Were you going to put him in a group home, Katie?
Try because at this point,
I haven't been here since day one when all this went down.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. People can say, well, I understand how you feel when nobody knows how we feel.
Yeah.
Because unless you've lost a
Wild.
child and you've gone through this crap,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you don't know. Like, I'll tell people, you don't know shit.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I will tell you.
This is just in general.
I will tell you that I have only been hired on this case for 2 days.
I will forewarn you. So anything that you get, do you share back to the family?
do I share what? Share back to the family. Is that what you said?
Anything. Yeah, if you anything that you find or you get, share it.
It's going to depend if it comes from law enforcement, which is what I told Weatherford. If it's something they share with me that they tell me, because I understand that there are some things that don't need to be in the public, and if it's
Amen.
My question.
What's your question,
Answer that
Chris?
question. Are you going to give them information back? Yes or no? I mean, it's real simple.
depending on what it is. If it's
Okay.
something I can share with them, yes, I will share it with them.
I will say this: I wish you the best of luck. I hope you find some. I hope you get some. Truly.
I see a grin on his face behind the scenes, like, ha ha, bitch, you ain't gonna find anything. We crossed our T's and dotted our I's. Thermal imaging didn't help. They didn't check into. I mean, I just see these people gloating behind the scenes. He's literally saying, good luck, I'm finding something. Not, that's so great. You're gonna help us find my stepson, her son. Nah, they don't want this.
I truly do. I hope you can find, I don't give a shit what it is, piece of evidence or something that
Yeah.
moves something in one direction.
Right.
Look at the guilty of crime
I will
hoodie I
tell you
got.
this. There is no chance Seth Rogers or the Roger family is going to reach out and contact us, and there's going to be reciprocating phone calls because it ain't happening right now.
There doesn't need to be
The only
there
way-
doesn't need to be phone calls between you guys.
The only way that's going to happen, he ain't going to do it. He ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
It's real simple. So, and I mean, unfortunately, he's made this bed. He's going to lie.
And this reminds me of Jen Soto. What evidence do you have, officers? Okay, you wanna? Well, can I see some more of that evidence there? Wink, wink. I want to know where I am. Oh, yeah. And so I saw someone bought something from the store. I've been wearing my Guilty of Crime hoodie all day, guys, and it's kept me warm all day long. So you guys can get a Guilty of Crime hoodie over there in the shop, and it's half the price of every other merch store on YouTube, but the quality is exactly the same. So get a hoodie if y'all can. There's no way Sebastian pulled the Houdini where all the camera hundreds of times a day, right? He's not even the smartest guy on a single driver backup. It's white, though. I mess white up. That's what the pens are for, the Tide pens. I mess up my white, too, but Tide pens work great.
No, I mean, it is what it is.
I tried, like, 4 different times to get him to interview with me.
It seems like y'all were somewhat cordial in the beginning.
Thank you.
He have been very cordial. I got proof of shit that where he's running his mouth that he didn't talk to me and all this. I got phone records where I had an hour-long conversation.
When he said that Hayden spoke to him, that we refused to speak to him for 2 weeks, he was on the phone with him for long periods of time, damn near every day at that point. Welcome
They
to
were welcomed in the house. It was fine.
And what was your name again?
Heather.
Told us about you too.
Well, everybody and I'm being honest, everybody on fucking Facebook, all this YouTube, all this TikTok, all this bullshit, they could.
Have you noticed they keep saying they don't want to bring this into the drama sector, but they also just, every question that they've answered, every topic that they brought up has been drama about what Seth talked about, the abuse, about the money that was allegedly taken. Everything has just been nothing but drama. No one here hates you, Jay. We love you. You're all good. Yeah, we got that in a shirt, darling. Absolutely. I have a shirt like that too, and it's my favorite.
Take those fucking shows and stick them so far up their asses, and I hope they choke off.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Quiet on,
Hit that like button, y'all.
there ain't a fucking one of them out there that have sit here and run us through the fucking dirt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. But
We're so unhinged that they found some lady that has the same name as me that murdered her child, I guess, in the early 2000s, and they're trying to say that that's me.
That's the problem.
Katie, people are calling you a murderer and you're getting offended? Did you do something, Katie? You don't like that name KK, do you?
One with sleuths that don't have access to like actual databases is that a lot of these like Truth Finder and all those like, the public access ones, there's mixed information.
Let me ask you this. You're going after sex offenders.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Yes. Right. That's my.
You have the access to scan the dark web for trafficking?
Yeah. I can get that done. Not me personally, but I know somebody. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Please. I mean, you're not more for me, but.
Yeah, no, but is that how you feel? That's what you think is going on?
Everybody keeps talking about trafficking and trafficking and trafficking. And they just found 11 missing kids. And everybody's going after this whole sex offender bullshit. So if there's anything to it and someone took him and it's trafficking, where would they go?
Right.
Because if he were with...
She's like, hey, go off and look at the trafficking in the dark web, lady. Because, people are saying that rumor. Let's follow that rumor because that bullshit trafficking stuff doesn't really happen. And we know what happened to our son. It wasn't that. So go look over there. Hey, Chris, you go look there. Chris, look over there. That's what I imagined behind the scenes.
And 5 miles of this house.
Wild. Never heard anything like this in a case like that, except for the Wells case. That's wild. But
there's no chance that he wouldn't have been found. None. Because I know every single group, agency, technology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything that was brought in. There's no chance he was within 5 miles of this house.
Okay.
It was done over and over and over, and they used heat sinking. They used FLIR. They used vision. They used night. I mean, they did. They did. If you can name it, they did it, and they did it in multiple ways. I don't think he's that close to home.
Yep.
Unless he's in a basement. I was begging them to.
I don't think he's that close to home unless he's in a basement. I was begging them to. All right, what do you want them to do, Katie? Let's do it.
Search farther.
Search farther. Go that way.
Okay.
This area has been canvassed.
Stop looking here. Damn it. Stop looking here. Okay. Don't look under our driveway.
Yeah. I'm a mom too, baby. I get it. I do. I have a 15-year-old son as well.
I don't think he's alive,
doing a good job of keeping yourself together, which some people interpret badly.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Every one of them spineless cowards ain't got the fucking balls to come over, call.
Christ.
They got nothing. All they got is a keyboard to put out there.
Oh, yeah.
Bullshit.
What is wrong with this man? Chris, why do you have such a nasty, awful, foul mouth with women? People, what? Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. She's trying to help you find your son. The first 15 minutes, you insulted her and told her she was trespassing, and now you're just cussing. Come on, people.
Stories.
I wasn't trying to be hateful. It's just, there's so many people.
I know, right?
Yeah. So do you plan on releasing any of the
footage
and pictures that you took of the house?
No. That's for me. That's for my file.
There's not an inch of my house inside or out that hasn't been publicly posted. So you can find it. It's easy.
What evidence
I
do
mean,
you have?
the pictures, regardless, you can find the pictures of every angle.
Yeah.
On still.
I'm sure.
Well, I will say as much. Before you make that trip to Memphis,
Good question.
I need to make sure, one, I'll be able to have the time to actually sit down and talk, because we have concrete floors, a chick flow. And those hours are longer than normal. So I don't want to sit up there and waste your time and your energy or your gas.
Well, she really wants to talk to Katie, Chris. You weren't there that night, were you? You were gone. You were hours away and on the phone. Katie was just sleeping afterwards, right? What did she need to talk to you for?
Have some stuff coming down here if I can't actually be to sit down.
Hey, let me get your guys' phone numbers, and can I just call you when I'm in Jackson tomorrow?
Send me a text.
Okay, what's your number?
83.
This guy's got to be in control, doesn't he?
Katie, what's your number?
Just send me a text right now with your name so I know. If not, I'll be like,
yeah, okay, I will.
Yeah.
Ironically, they don't bark much. I just gave them a phone.
It's wild.
I give them each a bone, and then one of them puts it down and barks at the other for the bone that the other one has.
Hey, Caroline.
All right, you both have my phone number now.
All right, that was it. Now, I'm not going to play the other audio because then we'll end up going on 2 hours, but there's another audio that he's talking about slapping the PI, but I want you guys to know that, because I didn't know that a search warrant was executed at the Proudfoot's home this year. So let's listen to this, and then if you guys really want me to stay, we can listen to the next audio. It's 19 minutes, but otherwise I just want to get all of this in and not lose y'all.
It's been over a year and 7 months since then 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers was last seen alive in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And there's been a big divide in this case. A lot of people think that Katie Proudfoot and Chris Proudfoot, Sebastian's mom and stepfather, who he lived with at the time, had something to do with his disappearance. Some people think that his biological father, Seth Rogers, who he was supposed to be moving in with, did something to him. And it seems like there's no concrete evidence that law enforcement has obtained to prove one thing over another. We just know that on the night of February 25th, 2024, Katie Proudfoot, Sebastian's mother, said that he went to bed, and the next morning when she woke up on February 26, 2024, he was gone. Now, yesterday someone sent me a link to a YT live stream.
Now, I just didn't know that they did a search warrant in 2025. I thought they did the search warrants all back when he went missing. So 2 search warrants and 3 cameras. Was that in 2025 or is that all together? You can let me know in chat while we're doing this. I thought the very beginning that he, when he went missing, they did all of that then. I don't know why they went back. I'd love to hear it. Of course you do. Well, you guys hit that like button. We have 270 people in here. If you guys want to hit that like button for me, get a membership, gift a membership, whatever, then yeah.
Of someone disclosing what they had talked about with Chris Proudfoot, Sebastian's stepfather. And I
Right.
want to share with you
Listen
guys what
up.
Chris Proudfoot told this guy if you haven't heard already.
All right, listen.
Now, if you want to watch this in its entirety, it's about an hour long. It's on Lady Freedom's Raw Narratives on YT, but for the sake of time,
Yeah,
I'm
we're just gonna
break it
go
down
through
for you
real
right
quick.
Now,
Real
this
quick.
guy, Nerdy Addict on YT, said in this stream that Chris Proudfoot told him that there were 3 things that he didn't want to talk about. He didn't want to talk about the dogs. He didn't want to talk about Sebastian's behavioral issues, and he didn't want to talk about an incident with police. Chris Proudfoot disclosed to this guy that at the
Good
beginning
question.
of the investigation into Sebastian's disappearance,
Thank
Katie
you, Bane.
Proudfoot went down to the fire station, which was the command post, and when Katie got there, law enforcement surprised her and told her that they were going to take her for a ride. Now, on this ride, they ended up going down to the station.
All right, if you guys are going to stay here, the next one is a outraged Proudfoot threatening to slap the PI Chloe. All right, y'all buckle up if you want. As soon as we're done with this, we're going to hear what Chris did next. And then we probably won't cover Sebastian for a while unless something else wild that I have to show you comes out. Then we're going to move on.
They took her into an interview room and they asked her to do a polygraph test. Katie Proudfoot allegedly agreed to take the test and she passed. The same thing was done for Chris Proudfoot, and Chris Proudfoot said that he passed. However, he claims that he got hung up on one question, and the question was something to the effect of, have you ever lied to police or authorities in the past? There apparently was some sort of anomaly there, and Chris Proudfoot ended up explaining to law enforcement that he maybe lied to law enforcement when he was younger. Now, we also heard that nearly 1 year after Sebastian Rogers went missing, in 2025, this year, law enforcement ended up going to his mom and stepfather's residence and they executed a search warrant there. Law enforcement apparently seized certain things. They confiscated laptops that they had reportedly confiscated before, and they also took 3 cameras out of the home that had been added after Sebastian Rogers went missing. One of those cameras was in Chris Proudfoot's daughter's room. The other 2 cameras were somewhere else inside of the residence. It's unclear what evidence law enforcement was trying to obtain with this search warrant and why they took 3 cameras from inside of the home.
And there you go. Thank you, James, for filling that in. Again, I don't cover this all the time like other people do, so I have to cram everything into one session and just fill you guys full of quizzes at the end.
That weren't even there prior to Sebastian going missing, but they ultimately did, and whatever they went there for was signed off for by a judge. I can't help but wonder if maybe law enforcement selected those cameras because they thought there may be audio of Chris and Katie talking about Sebastian's disappearance in maybe an incriminating way. Now, moving on to canine dogs. We know that dogs were brought in to track Sebastian's scent trail. Apparently, the dogs ended up going across the street to an area where there's like a playground and slides and swings. They then went.
Law enforcement has those records of the search warrant executed. I don't have paperwork, but when law enforcement and sheriffs and TBI and FBI and everybody working on this case says they took 3 cameras and they executed search warrants, that's what I'm going to believe. They did not say that they found anything that implicates Chris and Katie. So I know what you're implicating there, saying they didn't do it, but nobody said that they did thus far. Right now, we're looking at the behavioral aspects of Chris and Katie and how they treat people that want to help them find their son.
Across the street to a creek, and then canines go down the creek, and somewhere between the creek and Old Hickory Dam, which is about 7 miles away, the canines switch to cadaver dogs, and cadaver dogs are actually picking up by that Old Hickory Dam. So
okay, so you guys have to listen to this because you've been asking these questions all episode about the cadaver dogs, about what the search is, about cameras, etc. By the end of this episode, hopefully you guys have enough information until whatever next comes out without having to watch all the stuff that happens behind the drama.
Cadaver dogs picked up the scent of human remains at this dam, which is 15 minutes away driving distance from the home that Sebastian was apparently last seen at, but 2.5 hours away walking distance from that home. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's possible that Sebastian could have gotten up in the middle of the night, walked down to this dam 2.5 hours away, and accidentally fell in without being detected by anyone? Or was Sebastian driven down to that dam after being met with foul play and thrown in We don't know. What we do know, though, is that Chris Proudfoot said that the water in this dam was 10 to 12 feet higher than normal. So that means that it would have been almost impossible to drain and check completely to clear this area. It seems like Sumner County Sheriff's Office, according to Chris Proudfoot, believes that Sebastian slipped on a rock and drowned in a body of water, whereas TBI apparently believes something different. What do you guys think of all of this? Of course, this is all coming from Chris Proudfoot himself. Do you believe him? Do you?
So again, if you didn't hear any of that, Marlene, that came from Chris Proudfoot right there, right then. And there's a bunch of other videos that I don't cover where it will show you lies that are debunked, etc. I'm not going to play those. You can find those on other channels. I'm just trying to get to you what I have here and what's come out.
Some of you.
All right, so let's listen to this one. This is 19 minutes. Outraged Proudfoot threatens to slap a PI.
If there is no footage of cars going and coming from the Proudfoot's home that night or the morning of, nobody's leaving, coming and going, even the child, then that means Sebastian didn't make it home.
So if he's angry at you, that's okay.
Now, this came out 3 weeks ago, and it's earlier footage of the PI. We'll get into it as we go, okay?
He should be. The people that are pleased with you right now are the ones getting away with it.
Right.
That should be your big red flag. The people that don't have a problem with you. The people that they're patting you on the back saying, good job, we've been free for 18 months. Let's go to Disney World. Let's go to Disney World.
So now we have the good night between 9 and 10. Katie told us, and this is a quote from lead detective Brandon Carter. You probably wouldn't recognize him because he hasn't been doing interviews, but I do want to let you know he is the lead detective. Katie told us a little bit before 10 p.m. she heard a loud bang coming from Sebastian's room, so she yelled out to ask him if he was okay, to which he responded that he was, said Detective Brandon Carter from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Okie dokie.
Since I got in, the Proudfoot is blasting me. You know, if they want it, listen, 50 years I've done this, brother. If they want to find their kid, then why are they blasting me? 10,000 fugitives in the last 44 years. Why would they come after the #1 bounty hunter in the world?
Still missing Sebastian. That's just the truth, guys. Listen, I'm going to shoot it straight with you every time. You know, it is what it is. Do I believe that Chris and Katie have some responsibility in the disappearance of Sebastian? In my opinion, yes, I do. I believe Katie has done something and Chris has helped cover it up. That's just my opinion. That don't mean you got to agree with it. You ain't got to disagree with it.
Again, that's always been my thought since the very beginning, guys. Again, you can go back to my Sebastian Rogers playlist, and I've never wavered or faltered from what I thought since day one of hearing the evidence. And as it comes out, it just gets clearer and clearer, but it also gets foggier and foggier with all the different information. If you heard the leaked audio with the PI's old sheriff, yeah, we listened to some of that as well today. Absolutely, Country Bumpkins. You just came in here, so we heard bits and pieces. We didn't listen to the whole audio, but we did listen to the audio, and I skimmed through it with the sheriff talking to the PI. We absolutely did.
You may have your
before. I want
time they try to call us liars, we're going to prove we're not liars and they're the ones lying. But to keep lying and tell us it was a dump truck, and then now all of a sudden it's a reflections off a headlight. You are full of crap. We know you're lying to us, and it just further puts distrust in our hearts. So now we're not going to take anything you say as true.
All right, let's go. I'm on the spectrum. My dad just yells, "Don't make me come in." All right, again, this is at night. He must have just opened this YouTube channel. I know At Night has a big platform. Is it TikTok or somewhere? I don't know, but this is from At Night. I tagged it in the video. And there's the date, October 25th, 2025. All right.
It's everywhere. All over the fucking internet that people have released all these stupid ass shows and all these fucking Facebook things. It was never out there until that bitch opened her fucking mouth. I'm telling you, I am being very polite as I can possibly be to her. If she don't find a fucking way to fix it, I promise her I am not going to be so goddamn pleasant when I see her.
Okay.
And I will bring the fucking cops with me.
Damn,
All
are you
right,
being
well, I'll
right?
talk to her. I mean,
There's a difference in helping find Sebastian and just being a stupid fucking cunt.
Digging.
Web slut.
Oh,
or
God.
sleuth, whatever the fuck that woman thing is.
web sleuths.
Yeah, whatever. It was on that fucking show.
I can't see Chloe just giving out that information though.
She did. You're missing my statement.
Okay.
I didn't say she gave the information out. I said she made a statement that she had it and wouldn't fucking release it. That right there was a trigger to start this fucking shitstorm when she shouldn't have opened her fucking mouth in the beginning.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of fucking PI or whatever the fuck she thinks she is or how she does this, but if she needs a fucking education and then schooling on being a PI, I guarantee you I'll find somebody who is truly a PI and let them school the fuck out of this woman.
I mean, just guys, trigger warning, red flag, huge red flag. When you come across this and you've been covering this case, I mean, what other supposition can you come to? Hey, Jay, just got out of work. What's up, Dale? Good to see you, my friend. You rolled in at the right time. We're playing this last clip, and boy, what a nasty mouth. What a pig. He's trash. So trashy. I don't think anyone should speak to a woman like this that's trying to help you find your child, or even a man, or a dog, or a homeless person, and these are all people, right? But people that you find to be of not your ilk, you think you're better than them, which is what I'm taking from him. You don't talk to anybody like that, in my opinion.
She started a shitstorm.
Actually-
She better figure out how to fucking fix it. Personally, I think everybody fucking starts looking for shit.
Yeah.
Ain't even worth the fucking bacteria of the foam that forms on the fucking worst form of bacteria on Earth. That's what I truly feel.
Yeah, I feel you. I hear you.
Is
I can feel it through the phone.
Trust me, Chloe's lucky I'm not standing in fucking front of her. Like I said, I will bring the fucking cops when I see her.
Okay. Well.
And it was more my protection than hers. Because right now, you can inform her. She fucking calls me, says my fucking name, anything of that fucking nature involving Katie or me or anybody else, I'm going to slap the shit out of her with the same fucking thing I told you. I'll cease and desist letter and then let her open her fucking mouth one more time. And then I've got her dead to fucking rights.
I think that's
I'm trying to be as civil as possible.
Because that's how you talk to people when you don't have a bigger vocabulary, or is it the alcohol talking? I'm not sure, because I'm pretty sure you can get the same message across by saying, "Hey, don't reach out to." I mean, I don't know if y'all know. Weigh in if you've heard this before. Is he drunk? I'm not really sure why this is even happening.
She's not my PI. She's not.
Yeah.
She's not his
Bitch don't
PI.
fucking mean a goddamn thing to me.
Right.
If she was on fire, I wouldn't piss on her to put her out. She ain't fucking
Damn,
careful.
dude.
She's fucking sloppy. But if she ain't got the fucking audacity to give me a working fucking phone number,
damn,
she better not fucking reach out to me. And that Google shit ain't a fucking true number.
Yeah, that's the same number that Seth has, though. I will tell you that.
I'm not Seth.
Yeah.
I have the balls in the fucking spine to call people out on shit.
And
I'm
she
not a fucking.
just-
Maybe her head's so fucking twisted because she's too emotionally involved. I don't fucking know. But
Is that how a real man stands up for his woman, guys? Is that what y'all do when you're standing up for your woman? You call people CUNTs and all the other stuff. Is that how you stand up for your woman? That is just the wildest thing. Again, Chloe and Heather, PIs, looking for Sebastian, not on the Proudfoot's dime at all.
whatever the fuck it is, she better goddamn fucking figure it out and redial herself the fuck back in. Fuck is this bitch on fucking on these goddamn interviews? She started a fucking fire shitstorm.
What was the purpose of making that statement, knowing full damn good and well that the
Trust me.
we're going to dig
Seth can have his fucking PIs. I don't need PIs.
Damn.
So
they don't need PIs, y'all. They
She
know where
opened her mouth,
Sebastian is.
made the statement. She's the catalyst to the fucking storm that is now brewing. It doesn't take much. I can go out there, open my mouth, say one fucking word,
and I could almost break the fucking internet. Look what I did the other night when I got on that show. When you said I wanted on the show, that shit fucking almost broke the fucking internet. No, that's the one time I went out there and stated the fucking facts.
Yeah.
I didn't go berserk. No, I'm fucking.
You guys, is chat frozen? Because my chat, I don't even know if the time's going and I'm talking and I'm playing this, but chat has completely stopped. Can y'all hear me? I'm gonna keep playing it. I messaged my mods, nobody's answered me back. I don't know if my internet cut off or y'all chat just froze. What happened? Can you hear me? All right, I'm gonna keep playing it. Hopefully you guys can hear me there.
Pissed. There's a difference in berserk, it's stupid, psychotic, and every other adjective if you want to add into it. I did, and I had every fucking right to say what I said. Nothing I said was fucking false. Nothing.
I didn't say it was. I don't
There
think
you
anything
go.
you said was false. I don't
Thank you.
When I told her exactly how many dogs,
Now it's
where they all went, what they've all done, she's like, there's nothing I can really do or offer at this point other than to assist in a search if needed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I promise you, if Bobby told Seth anything of what
Yeah, don't hold back, bro. Tell us what you really think. And it completely just stopped. So thank you guys. All of a sudden when I said that, like 50 messages went blah, 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 and now I can't even read chat. So thank you guys. It definitely froze on my side. StreamYard is going through a bunch of updates right now. That's why yesterday I did the vertical and the horizontal, but everybody hated it. So I didn't do it today. There you go. Thank you, Nina Drew. Choo choo. If anybody else wants to donate to the channel and help us out, membership, whatever, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Nina.
he's told us, Seth opens his fucking mouth, I promise you, it will never open again. And you
Don't
can
really
tell her
wanna say
you can tell her those are my fucking words, not yours, mine.
I kind of feel bad for Chloe right now.
Thanks, James.
Oh, I don't. When you're a fucking amateur PI and you do some stupid shit like she's done,
Damn.
you explain to me how.
Listen, guys, he was not even, I wish I could tell you guys, but he was not even pissed off. Last week, the nastiest of nasty, dirtiest, most disgusting rumor I've ever heard about this case came out. I heard it loud and clear, and Chris and Katie were watching those creators. They looked up at their TV, and the rumor was across their 85-inch TV about Sebastian and Katie. Chris called into that channel. Not even a hundredth of a fraction of what he's saying here was dealt with in that way. Now, you guys can go look yourself and look for the clip channels, see what rumor came out. You'll find it, but not on my channel. Not even a hundredth of a fraction upset in the way he is here for two women trying to help him find Sebastian.
Anything. And I've even told you this, how the certain things that y'all done on fucking YouTube and all this shit, how the fuck it does anything to help find Sebastian other than just put shit out there. It doesn't. It has left y'all down a what? Completely empty fucking road.
Obviously, we haven't found him, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got thinking about this the other night when you and I talked. And you said you don't want to sound like a liar or anything. You're right, you don't. And that's great. But now you got information out there that actually has absolutely
great.
fucking zero to do with anything.
Your mouth,
There's
son.
no clues. There's nothing up to what y'all have released. Got a friend of mine who is
Wild.
respected. All of a sudden, he made a good point. He didn't tell.
And that's Katie in the background, by the way. And I'm wondering who his good friends are that made these points, guys. Because if you see the company that he keeps, I don't know what you would say about all that.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? You're very valid on that. Very valid.
On what?
Yeah, good listen.
Information that's out there that actually has nothing to do with finding Sebastian.
But
What purpose is to
What?
bring through my, I mean, let's just be honest. I was
Now she's being meek. You were violent?
I mean, violent.
Mm,
I don't understand why that needs to be.
well,
Oh, now Katie's
it is
crying
what
in the
it is.
background.
I
Okay.
gotta get up and get ready to go to work. I don't have my GoFundMe page to pay my bills.
Damn, money again,
Straight into the
guys.
sources today.
This
Money
deep
again.
dive, it's really focused on Christopher Proudfoot, Sebastian Rogers' stepfather. We're analyzing his documented behavior and the really conflicting narratives around Sebastian's disappearance from Hendersonville.
Right. And the sources immediately highlight this pretty critical 10-hour gap.
Yeah, exactly. Last documented contact seems to be around 10 p.m., February 25th, 2024. Sebastian's mother, Katie Proudfoot, she heard a loud bang, or maybe a thud from his room.
And it was thud. I read the article earlier. Thud. And then she stayed up for a while, went to sleep. Nothing happened in between. Didn't smell anything, doesn't see anything, doesn't touch anything. No kind of explanation for anything. Like the hola. Someone said, hola knocked me out. My baby was just gone. My baby's gone. That's what this is like.
Mm-hmm. And when she called out, the report is Sebastian said he was okay.
But here's the really odd part, procedurally speaking. The missing person report, it wasn't filed right away the next morning by Katie, who was there.
No, it was filed hours later. And it's Chris Proudfoot who called it in from his job site way over in Memphis.
3 hours away. That immediately raises flags.
It does. And it feeds into the contradictions in the official timeline.
Mm.
The initial story, was that Sebastian, who's 15 and has autism, just wandered off. But the sources are pretty clear. There's just no physical evidence backing that up. No footprints, no clothes, no confirmed scent trail leading away. Nothing to suggest he left barefoot in February cold.
So that lack of evidence kind of forces you to look back at the adults in the house, doesn't it?
Precisely.
Amen.
Which leads us to
Amen.
Chris Proudfoot's behavior. The sources, they show him sort of toggling between two personas.
Yeah, like what?
Well, on one hand, you've got the aggrieved victim. He uses language like living nightmare, very emotional.
Okay.
But then there's the defensive subject, displaying, hostility, but indirectly towards critics online, calling them YouTubers and Facebookers.
Interested.
And the most telling pattern, maybe, is how he seems to manage information, especially regarding law enforcement.
Yeah.
He uses this almost like a linguistic shield.
What do you mean, linguistic shield?
He publicly claimed he and Katie were vetted and cleared of all wrongdoing. That's a direct quote cited in the sources.
But wait, is that true?
No.
Nope.
That's the thing. It's verifiably false.
And you guys, we can do a whole video on the lies that Chris has told. Now it's hard to do a whole episode on lies Katie has told because Katie hasn't really talked. We just see her looking down, acting timid, letting Chris run the show. Right? That thud was Chris harming Sebastian. There was always truth and lies, just like RH. I believe she did fall to the floor, and that was when she got knocked out. And we'll say, in my opinion, Emily. All right. Dale, what's up? Thank you so much for the $3 super sticker towards our channel. Is he a large Marge? I think so. I think so. Tell Large Marge sent ya.
The Sumner County Sheriff's Office, SCSO, they explicitly state we have not cleared anyone.
So why say that publicly? Is it about controlling the public perception?
It certainly seems like a PR move rather than just cooperating fully.
No.
And, that kind of aligns with the whole polygraph situation, too.
Right. The polygraph. He publicly challenged someone, didn't he? Said something like, name the place and time, ma'am. I'll be there.
He did. Very public, very confident. But then when a test was actually arranged privately,
He refused. After saying that, what was the reason given?
he apparently deflected, said he did not need one because his alibi, being in Memphis, was already confirmed. So again, it's this pattern of, evasion masked as openness.
Okay, so that behavior. Let's connect it to something else the sources mention. Discipline. Proudfoot himself admitted to physically discipline.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably put a spreadsheet out, James. How did she search Jay with her windows rolled up? And when she went by the school, she didn't get out. She went back to the house. She was yelling with her windows rolled up. And just like Jen Soto, right? Jen Soto went to the school and she waited for hours. And then she tried to go in and they were locked up and she called everybody. And that was just the end of the story. That poor victim, Jen Soto. All right, Wyatt, my brother and I snuck out to meet a friend. It was boring, right? Wyatt, you're not 18 yet, but I'd love to talk to you about tattoos when you are.
Disciplining Sebastian.
Yes, he did. He admitted hitting the 15-year-old with a belt, though he specified on the outside of his clothes, and claimed it was just one single swat.
And why? What was the trigger?
This is crucial. The reason given was because Sebastian was caught
lying.
Exactly. The punishment is directly linked to a perceived falsehood. Now, think about that with an autistic teenager. Communication challenges can easily be misinterpreted as lying.
Right. That creates a really high-risk situation.
Yeah.
Volatile, even. You mentioned Sebastian reportedly didn't want to go back home.
Yeah, sources indicate he told his biological father he didn't want to return. It suggests a very stressful environment.
So let's bring this back to the timeline. That last response from Sebastian, "I'm okay," right after the loud bang.
It could have been a lie, couldn't it?
Guys, I really don't think Sebastian's alive anymore. I hate to say that, and I rarely do. I rarely say that I think a victim or somebody that's disappeared or gone missing for a long time is alive. I do think Melody Buzzard has a good possibility, a good chance that she's still alive. But I don't think that Sebastian is alive anymore, you guys. I don't. And I hate to say that because I wish that he were. All right. Oh boy, this is bad. Yeah. And that was Nancy Grace he challenged to a polygraph. Yeah, I played that on my show too. That was wild. Nancy Grace said, "Come on, I'll give you polygraphs." And they said, okay. And then they never showed back up, or he never did. I remember that.
Lie specifically to avoid punishment. The exact trigger Chris Proudfoot admitted using discipline for.
Okay, and connect that to the phone call.
This is where it potentially comes together. That bang happened right before Katie started a phone call with Chris, who was in Memphis. And that call lasted, according to sources, nearly
2 hours between 10 p.m. and midnight, roughly.
Correct.
Ooh.
So while Chris has a physical alibi, he wasn't in the house. That doesn't rule out the possibility of, say, remote instruction. If he believed Sebastian lied, could he have instructed some kind of punishment during that call?
That 2-hour window suddenly feels central.
Very central. It's perhaps the biggest investigative gap highlighted.
So now we have this major conflict, right? The official TBI and SCSO stance is still no evidence of foul play.
Yet you have this private intelligence agency at night taking a very aggressive stance. They're alleging systemic failures in the investigation and are pushing for federal involvement.
And I appreciate all you guys for being here and listening with me, at least so you can open your minds if you think one way, or you could think the other, or maybe you can go halfway in the middle. And I mean, just be Team Sebastian. Let's pray that he is found at some point. And James, you know who locks their cabinets so their kids can't eat? Are the abusive parents that we cover on my channel daily. I just ran into a case where a lady left her 2-month-old baby inside of the laundry, and she happened to find her baby dead. She doesn't know if it was days or weeks later that the baby had passed. She left the baby just intertwined with the laundry, and she kept putting laundry on top, and they found the baby unalived. All right. So almost every day I cover a new case where kids are emaciated, they've got feces, they're neglected, they're starved, they're locked in places. Those are the people that do that. Thank you, Dale. I appreciate you. And Wyatt, I say everybody needs ink. All right. Everybody needs ink. Yes, sir. What's up, Carrie? Good to see you, my friend.
Night points to specific things.
They do. They bring up the scent dogs, for instance.
Yes.
Chris Proudfoot himself acknowledged the dogs hit on a nearby retention pond.
Okay.
That pond was drained, found empty, but the hit itself is key. It suggests Sebastian's scent was taken to that location. It contradicts the idea he just wandered off and implies he might have been
moved. And at night sees the failure to follow up on that lead as a systemic issue.
That seems to be their core argument. That and other leads they claim are being ignored, like tip sent to the treehouse tip email.
Yep.
They argue the wandered off theory is effectively disproven by evidence, like the dog scent.
Okay, so we're left with these two starkly different narratives. You've got the official line, and then at night pushing hard the other way.
So this is At Night. This came from the At Night channel, and this is the clip that showcased Chris's outrage to slapping a female. So I'm assuming that this came from At Night, and what I got was just on the weekend, 15-year-old Sebastian went missing. It's just at night. I'm not sure who's narrating it, and it doesn't say. All right, but it came from At Night, so I'm assuming they put a compilation together, put the audio in there, and put the timeline, put the different creators at the beginning that believe Chris and Katie are culpable and were the last people or person to see Sebastian alive. So I put that in the description where you can find this, y'all.
Exactly.
It's this raw audio recording of the stepfather, Chris Proudfoot. It really pulls back the curtain.
Interesting.
Yeah, it shows some extreme pressure, anger, suspicion, all happening around the edges of the main investigation.
Exactly. So our goal here, our mission, is to look at this outburst. What does this volatility tell us about the mindset, maybe the strategy, beyond just finding physical clues?
Okay, so let's get into it. The recording itself, it's reportedly a call between Chris Proudfoot and a PI named Heather. Apparently, she used to be linked with Seth Rogers as the biological father's team.
Right. And what's crucial, like you said, isn't frustration about finding Sebastian.
No, not at all.
Nope.
The anger, I mean, the fury was completely focused on controlling information.
Controlling information, not looking on their property, not putting pictures or signs near their property where it says no trespassing, and what information they're going to release about the Proudfoots, not about where Sebastian is, not about his last whereabouts, not about getting his newest, latest picture, none of that, but concerned about what money Seth may be getting funded by, what money he doesn't have, what he did to Katie, and then just a bunch of explicative words to these females that are trying to help.
Narrative, really, about his wife, Katie Proudfoot, her family, her past.
And the trigger specifically was another investigator, someone called Chloe.
good.
Proudfoot's claim is that Chloe just mentioned publicly that she had sensitive info on Katie's past.
Even though Chloe apparently said
She wouldn't release it. But for Proudfoot, that mere mention, just acknowledging it existed, that was the direct cause of what he called a Fing shitstorm of online digging.
so, not the leak itself, but the idea someone had the info.
Yeah, it's this like preemptive defense. The priority seems to be managing personal fallout, not, the missing child at that moment.
Yes.
And the tone, well, it goes downhill fast. It moves way beyond just being frustrated.
Definitely.
He makes direct threats against Chloe, the investigator. Things like, I will bring the Fing cop.
And again, the two we were talking about was Chloe and Heather. The first one that he insulted was Heather, that went close to their property that they talked about for 15 damn minutes of the 20. And the second one was about Chloe and say he's going to slap a hoe, right?
With me. Demands a cease.
And Carrie, be that bitch. You're allowed to block every aisle you want. If you want to shop and talk on the phone and text guilty of crime, you do that. All right? You do that, Carrie. Take up all the aisle you want.
And desist.
And the contempt isn't just for her, is it?
No, it's broad. He basically dismisses the whole community looking into it. That's a direct quote.
That language, it's extreme. If you connect that to the bigger picture, you see this pattern, right? Deflecting blame, maybe intimidation.
And he contrasts himself with Seth Rogers, Sebastian's dad.
Right. He claims he has the balls and the Fing spine. His words again to confront
Balls.
people, calling Seth a Fing coward. That shift in focus is really significant.
He also mentions trying to work with people like Dog the Bounty Hunter and Tony Mathis.
Yeah, he brings them up, claiming those efforts failed because Seth, allegedly, wouldn't open his fat Fing mouth and give everybody the truth. Again, pointing fingers elsewhere.
Tell
So
us
what
how
do
you
make of all
feel.
this? I mean, maybe there's a point buried in there. If the PIs in the online frenzy aren't actually helping find Sebastian, could this just be, extreme stress boiling over misdirected anger?
That's the crucial question, isn't it? Is this genuine anguish from someone under immense pressure, maybe unfair scrutiny? Or is there another purpose?
Like obstruction.
Potentially. Or at least deflection. I mean, he does question if the media and PIs are effective, but look where the energy goes. It goes into attacking them, demanding they stop, not into, say, coordinating a better search.
So the call itself becomes significant because it shows this extreme volatility.
Which absolutely impacts the investigation, even if indirectly.
And guys, almost every video where you hear Chris talking, he's trying to intimidate, control, and really just get that narrative to himself, what he wants to be said, and that's it. And we're about done here, guys. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership if you can. It's the season. We're going to be giving stuff away, more things, and etc. So you want to be part of the crime crew if you can.
Creates this hostile environment.
Yeah, it seems like this behavior, whether it's a contra strategy or just a reaction,
Hey,
it
Gloria.
could definitely intimidate people, PIs, online groups, anyone who might have information or want to help independently.
he's a
It
control
sort of gums
freak.
up the works.
Exactly. So you're left with these two possibilities, really. Is it a father figure cracking under pressure?
You are
or
a
is it
member.
a deliberate, aggressive attempt to control the narrative? Maybe obstruct, push people away from the family unit.
For investigators, dealing with that emotional minefield must be
Good night, Mom. Love you. We're about done here.
just as tough as the physical search.
No doubt. It's a huge challenge.
So regardless of the why behind it, this recording gives you, the listener, a pretty stark look at the complex psychology at play here.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to talk about today. We might not have physical evidence, but my episode was literally, do you want to find your son or not? And I asked Katie that and Chris that. And like James said, he and she had zero interest in finding Sebastian. That being said, guys, they're real people. These are real people. This was at night. I dropped the link in my description. Go check it out if you want to listen to it for yourself and pick it apart. All right, guys, we've been here for an hour and 53 minutes, and I wanted to make sure I got this all into the Sebastian episode because, well, we don't cover this all the time like other channels do. I just want to bring you what I have right now and raise awareness for Sebastian to let you guys know he has not been found. And from what I hear, there's nothing else there's no other leads at this time that law enforcement has let us know about Sebastian. So right now we're Team Sebastian here. Let's say a prayer that Sebastian is brought home. Maddie was brought home. He deserves to be brought home and he deserves the justice. All right. So thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. They just didn't want their help. Okay. All right. And you guys, however you guys think and feel, that's all absolutely cool. I appreciate you guys for being respectful for the ones that didn't agree with me and the ones that understand that brash, hard personality that's threatening and maybe it's coming from a different place and we just can't understand it. Until next time, love you guys. Jennifer B, you're very welcome. Thank you guys and have a wonderful night. I'm going to go eat now. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Love ya. Yes, Darlene. Love you and everybody else. True crime and other stuff. Lynn from Vermont. Everybody's rolling in. Leanne. Good night, y'all.
Guilty of crime. I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime. Are you guilty?